James Kaufman, World News Report today, November 15th, 2024. God bless you and yours, no matter where you are in the world. Please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, ring that bell for critical future updates. Ladies and gentlemen, we've had a 6.6 magnitude earthquake just offshore in Papua New Guinea on a broken up plate tectonic boundary. Came in as only a 4 on the DYFI. That means a lot of people did not feel it because it was offshore. Came in as a 6 on the shake map. Did have an associated tsunami warning. I did check the buoys. We do have a lot of volcanoes erupting in this area. A lot of magma movement under this area. They're saying, the USGS is saying, a depth of 51.9 kilometers, which is fairly deep. Now, this is not the only earthquake in this area, as we will see, but I wanted to start y'all off with the USGS's information here. Head over to volcanosandearthquakes.com. I'm going to jump over. First, I want to kind of zoom in here so you can see where we're at. We're in Indonesia here, and we're also near Papua New Guinea. This is Zealandia rising the continent. I will show you that right now. Everyone has their own idea of how large Zealandia is. I believe it actually goes up to Fiji here and over to Papua New Guinea. This is New Caledonia. This is New Zealand, and they're doing a land grab on most of this area that's shallow, calling it their continental shelf. They threatened to leave the UN if they weren't granted the continental shelf. Problem is they're not a continent, and New Caledonia is part of what they want granted to them. Again, here's another outline. I believe this goes up to Fiji here and over to Papua New Guinea. They're calling it the 8th continent, Zealandia rising. And the most shallow part here is, well, it's trying to be acquired by New Zealand here as the quote-unquote continental shelf. It would be the biggest continental shelf out of any continent, especially based on the size of New Zealand, which is not considered a continent. Again, a lot of these people are showing you what New Zealand wants to claim as their continental shelf. I believe based on the faults and the volcanoes, this goes up to Fiji, Tonga, and over to Papua New Guinea here, and it's one large continent. I do have better maps, but we're going to move on from here. All right, so this is what they're saying the continent looks like. This is what I'm telling you. Obviously, you can see that plate boundary coming through here and this one coming through here. It's going to connect Fiji, Tonga, etc. These volcanoes erupting here. All these plates are not connected. This is going to be, see if I can get it a little bit better. This all is going to be Zealandia, and Papua New Guinea might be scooped up by that. This quake is right off the shore of Papua New Guinea. It looks like it's a 6.6 here. Looks like the USGS is the main source, so we know that. The French came in at a 6.4, which makes me feel like it was more powerful than a 6.6. German came in at 6.6. Let's get some detailed information here. Remember now, we're on a plate tectonic boundary that's all broken up. Take another look at how broken up it really is in this area. Stops here, stops here, stops here, stops here. We have 2 in minor eruption, a 3rd in minor eruption here. And so this is a very volatile area with a lot of magma moving below it. And just, just so you guys know, this is nothing but a mess going on right here. Very strong magnitude 6.6 earthquake, South Pacific, 77 kilometers southwest of Papua New Guinea. It's going to be about 1 hour ago, 1 hour and 36 minutes ago. I was live doing an earthquake report when this did pop up. Very powerful quake. Now, if anyone wants to see the global earthquake report, I used numerous maps and went over every earthquake and swarm and situation going on around the globe this evening. Again, a 6.6 primary source, USGS. 7.5 atomic bombs worth of energy were released with this quake. So this was nothing but a very strong earthquake. Right there where Zealandia is rising, period. So this is the center point of the earthquake. You can see why the DYFI and shake map didn't really give it justice. It was not near any actual land formation. But again, this is Papua New Guinea. All right, comparing earthquake data here, starting out with the USGS, 52 kilometers, 6.6, followed by Germany, 6.6, default depth of 10 kilometers, not a default depth when they don't know the actual depth, followed by the Europeans. It looks like they're piggybacking the USGS with a 6.6, 52 kilometers, followed by Indonesia there. The BMKG is 6'2", 172 kilometers. Their data in this area is usually the best, followed by the International Research Institute on Seismology. They always piggyback the USGS, although they do have a default depth. Instead of following the 52-kilometer depth the USGS pumped out. This is scary. Australia said it was a 6.6 at 66 kilometers. Scares me. What about y'all? Then the French came in. They called it a 6.4, default depth 10 kilometers, and a 6.5 by the Italians at 68 kilometers, a little bit deeper. Note, a depth given as 10 kilometers often means the depth of the quake could not be determined with sufficient accuracy. All right, to sum this one up, USGS came in at 6.6 magnitude earthquake right offshore Papua New Guinea. There was an associated tsunami warning, no buoys in event mode, or I would show y'all, I did in fact check. The depth looks like they think it's about 52 kilometers in depth. It was a sizable quake, and it did release about 7.5 atomic bombs worth of energy, which is substantial. With that said, if y'all want a global earthquake report, I did do one of those tonight. There is some activity in Yellowstone, and we went over all the activity around the globe using several different sources, and it's pretty all-encompassing. So I would check it out over at World News Report today if you're interested in that. It also covers the possible hurricane looking more like a tropical storm heading to the Gulf, covers all the wildfires in the U.S. and abroad, and it covers things, well, like the volcanoes that are currently erupting. As I recall, Volcano Discovery says there's 69 volcanoes currently erupting. The most we've seen in 15 years is 72, which was just about a week ago. The least we've seen is 38, which also happened within the last 12 months. So y'all check it out. Check this out. God bless. Share and subscribe. Always remember, anything's possible. In Bizarro World, we're having a member giveaway on Sunday, the 22nd of December. Get your membership badge because we're going to give away a lot of great prizes. Lots of love. Share, subscribe, and always remember, anything's possible in Bizarro World.